Friday. Oh, it's Friday. Yes, it is Friday. Well, this has been a long week. So what's going on? COVID is, typical. A little bit over 200 again a day. I'm not too happy with this, but I know I've talked about this before. And since it's the end of the week, I am going to do one more 1K words today and maybe tomorrow because I skipped it on Wednesday. And that'll get me to 7,000 to 8,000 words into my 40,000 to 50,000 words story for next year, which is for the Town of Unknown. Or it's the second book. And so it's coming along. My werewolf friends are having a good time so far. Well, actually, they're not having a good time, but I'm having a good time writing to see what they're telling me that they're not having a good time for. There's a lot of changes happening in this book because it's when magic starts destroying technology and all that stuff. That when if you go back to the event book that I wrote as a prequel years ago, this ties in at that same time, and also when like Cleo and Petra's short stories happen. So this is they're dealing with magic changing the world around them, and there's a lot of things going on in town. So interesting book so far. And see what else is going on. I'm gonna go do my delivery today. Hopefully, I don't know. We're having some car trouble, so I don't know if I'll be going out tonight, but we'll have to see. And other than that, that's weekend plans is going to be doing yoga and then my website and video for Sunday as usual, just to talk about my plans for next week. So, is this a Friday video? I was thinking about something the other day because I was watching one of my TikTok friends and we got into a conversation about disability and health issues, and I had my depression on Wednesday. So, it's been a while since I talked about my kidney disease. Which, actually, now that it's, let's see, we had our class reunion about a week ago. So, yeah, it's been about 25 years now. Give or take, maybe 26, 27. So, yeah, I've been living with this since I was a teenager at 16. Sometimes there are days where my mental health just doesn't work the way I want it to. So I just take a break or stay home or crawl in bed and stay in bed and read or just lose myself in video games. I tend to do that more over the weekend if I'm not busy. So yeah, Wednesday was, kind of a crash and burn day, out of spoons type thing, if you know what the spoon theory is, or just basically I didn't have the energy to do half of my schedule. I managed to go do delivery, but that was about it. So, unfortunately, I think this is going to be something I'm never going to get rid of, even though they found ways to prevent my kidney stones. But, even when I don't have a stone, there's days where I'm constantly in pain because back in the 1990s, they cut me from across my flank because at the time they were still doing like field surgery. So I have a scar that runs from the side of my back to the front of my chest, obviously. And, that thing doesn't hurt so much now that the weather cooled off, but in the summertime, I dealt a lot of it. It was really painful. It's another reason I do my yoga, to stretch that thing out, because if I don't stretch, it tightens up and it feels like somebody's sticking like a fist in my side. So, yeah, that's always fun. But there's never a day where I don't wake up and I feel that thing aching. So, when you go to the hospital, they tend to ask you, what your pain is. But for me, I constantly live with like a 2 or 3 up to a 5 or 6. So my pain scale is probably something that would put most people on like the ground. But so, yeah, and then, dealing with being on disability, for a while there, I wasn't sure if I could even, make the amount of money that I have on my books, and especially now doing delivery, because the government restricts you to about $2,000, and if you pass $2,000, they start either they end your disability or they start charging you a fee that you have to pay that money back. So unfortunately, our disability rules here in the United States haven't been updated since the 1980s. I know there was a bill that they issued that they want to raise it to $10,000, but it hasn't even gone through like the Means and Ways Committee yet, and it was sent to them way back in June. So, and it's been 6 months and it's still sitting at the Means and Ways Committee. With the way the politics are going on in this country right now, I don't even know if it'll ever pass. So, people who are on disability, really, they want you to be under poverty level, unfortunately. You can own like one car and you can never own another one in your life. You have to stay under $2,000, and there's a bunch of other restrictions. So when I found out that I actually surpassed my $2,000, I had to call the SSI, Social Security Administration, and they told me, well, because we're not paying you any money, you can surpass that $2,000. But so I started doing my delivery service to have extra income. Other than that, before that, I lived basically on just my book money, which I don't make enough to support myself, but I use that now as savings. So yeah, it's not easy being on disability and having the government tell you what you can and can't do. So, but finally, after all these years, I can actually advance, have enough money to have savings and do what I want and not have to struggle with paying my bill or any bills. So this is kind of going to be kind of a depressing video, I guess, but it was something that was on my mind because of what we discussed on TikTok the other day with one of my friends, because he's got another friend who is dealing with the same issues, and he's like, well, what should he do? And I'm like, if he makes too much money, they're going to come after him. So I guess it was just an update time to talk about, dealing with my kidney disease and all that crap that I do. So that's it for Friday. I'm going to get off here before this gets much longer because I kind of rambled here for almost 8 minutes. And I will be back over the weekend to do my plans for next week. And it's October, and I will be having Crimson Rose's 7th short story published soon. So see ya on Sunday. If you want to subscribe, that would be awesome, and I appreciate the few, like the 24 of you who actually listen to my YouTube channel. And see ya.